This is true.
All right. I'm going to put us side by side. All right. That way I don't have to look up like this. Okay. So can I see I can't see where we started. Okay. I can just notice when we go like that, that's the time. So this is Deborah LeeAnn, and I am the founder of Authentic Leadership Academy. And one of the programs we're running this month is the Shine series. I want to introduce you to someone who has been a part of the Academy and has been through the Shine workshops. And we're going to specifically talk about what the Shining with Strengths one was about. So first of all, welcome, Jennifer Tamborski.
Hi.
Hi. Would you tell anyone who's listening and watching what you are up to in the world? What's your business? Who are you?
Sure. I'm Jennifer Tamborski. I actually own Virtual Marketing Experts. We are a virtual assistant company that specializes in digital marketing. So we help our entrepreneurs grow their business through their digital footprint.
And that's getting bigger all the time.
Every day.
With everything changing in this new workplace with Facebook, all these new things. So when you went through StrengthsFinder, had you ever taken the StrengthsFinder assessment before?
I'd actually never taken StrengthsFinder. I'd done DISC profiles and, some personality profiles and those kind of things, but never the StrengthsFinder. And I have to say that is my favorite.
Wow.
It is. It's my favorite. I've done all kinds. I love quizzes. Who doesn't love quizzes? I mean, everybody loves quizzes.
Some people don't like them.
But always finding out what you're strong in, what your weaknesses in, how you can balance those things. I love finding out those things. But StrengthsFinder was the first one that actually hit every nail. Like when I got that, I was like, that makes so much sense. Mm-hmm. Like it totally, I understand why I am and why I do things. And, again, it showed me my strengths, but also like how those strengths can become weaknesses.
Overusing them.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So, I've noticed, in the past that some of my strengths can become weaknesses. And, but yeah, that was my favorite thing.
Or can work against you.
Fine. Yeah.
So tell me what's one of the biggest things that shifted for you as a leader or a business owner?
It was really about using those strengths in a way that allowed me to, to communicate and lead my team in an appropriate way. I was trying to lead by example, like from what I've seen other people doing. And what I realized was that's not me. Like that doesn't work for me. I'm not in StrengthsFinders. There's, the woo and the people, and I'm not that person. Like I don't communicate like that. And I can't run my business like that. I can't be, the person who talks to you for hours and hours on end. I had to find a way to lead through my strengths. And it helped a lot to do it that way.
Isn't that fun when we get to do it our way? I mean, with the way that it naturally fits us.
Yeah.
And trying to be somebody else, which is way I was always taught. I mean, I have an MBA, for God's sake, and it was this way or this, or, everything else doesn't work, but you got to do it this way. And a part of me knew that wasn't true, but it's nice to know that everybody can lead their own unique way using their right. So go ahead.
Really, it's also really cool that you can, like the StrengthsFinder books have those people, those leaders that led through your, and lens. You can kind of, through my lens, I can see there are people that weren't necessarily woo people or weren't necessarily, there were people that thought kind of like I did and still grew these huge companies and became these massive, producers. And
very cool. Really cool. So you like the examples too. So that's a good point for me to think about in terms of providing those case studies. I have a question for you. What kind of impact has it had on your business this last year?
Realistically, okay, so when I started the academy and, the Shine program and all of that kind of stuff, I literally was at Joy of Goals and I wrote down, I need leadership training. Like that was one of the things that I needed, because I knew I had to, in order to grow my business the way I wanted to grow it, I had to build a team. And in order to build a team, I had to be an effective leader. And since I'd been working by myself for so long, I didn't know how to do that. So that was one of the things I wrote down. And like 5 minutes afterwards, you came up to me and started talking to me about the academy. And so I was like, score.
That's one of those success stories for Joy of Goals too.
Exactly.
Oh, I love it.
But what the academy showed me was that, when I started in it, it really gave me the confidence to continue to build. Like, I can be an effective leader, and I know what I know, and I'm good at what I do. And, I am, that business leader, and I can grow my business. And it made me really step out there. Like, it gave me that boost to step into the next phase of growing my business. Okay. I've not that I'm, know everything, but I had that push from you that allowed me to then go, okay, this is the next step, and, move forward with that.
Was it more courage? Was it more confidence? What was it that allowed you to feel like you were ready to really expand? Because you told me you had limits on what you thought you could do.
Absolutely.
And this allowed you to think on a bigger...
It really gave me courage more and confidence in my abilities. Just the Strengths Finder alone really gave me, like, I could look at it and go, I really know my stuff. Like these things showed me that I, had that ability. I guess validation. Like that was...
Yes. And we don't get that for ourselves very often. Yeah.
Exactly.
Especially we're comparing to what other people are doing. We don't validate what we have, what this brilliance is that's going on right here.
Exactly. And it's not, it's still a work in progress. Every day I see someone who's growing bigger, better, faster than I am. And then I have to step back and go, okay, what do I really want though? Like, do I want to get to their level? Probably someday. Do I want to work 900 hours a day to do it? Not really.
No. And that to me has been the biggest shift I have seen for you, is that you have a sense of calm. I mean, not that you were like frantic before, but that you have honored how to make this work with your family, with your husband, with you personally. And that's important. So that was my last question for you, is tell me if there has been a shift for you in your personal life, knowing the Strengths Finder information and how to lead in that direction. And I'm going to just put that out there if you want to mention. I know that you said something about you and your husband.
It really has. I mean, I actually convinced my husband to take the Strengths Finder when he was job hunting, because he wasn't sure, like, if he wanted to stay in the industry, all that kind of stuff. So I convinced him to take it. And, it kind of helped us communicate a little better, because I can see what his strengths are versus my strengths. My strengths are a lot of analytical. Like, I live in my brain, like that's, and he doesn't as much. So we had to, it does help kind of finding that middle ground of, how I think analytically and, develop ideas and, my brain thought structure versus his is more, I don't know, maybe realistic. Like, he doesn't necessarily need an entire plan. He just needs a start. And I kind of need that whole plan. And so if we can meet in the middle, it helps a lot.
That's cool. That's really cool. Is there anything else, if somebody's on the fence and they're looking at, I know I need to invest in something for me. Why would Shine in all of it, because it includes the strengths and the passion and purpose, as well as the presence work? What would you suggest? I mean, why would they want to do this?
I think
work with me.
Yeah, I think realistically that it can give you that boost you need. Like not everybody is going to love the Strengths Finders as much as I did, but the passion and purpose, or the embodiment of, maybe what it's three, it actually, kind of is a holistic approach. So whereas I love the brain, so that Strengths Finder thing really stuck with me, the body, even though I need it, and it has helped me, it's helped my anxiety a lot. So I can calm myself, center myself. That's helped a lot, but it wasn't like what tripped my trigger, right? So I think there's a spot for everybody, and working with you was really the catalyst that got me to start growing my business. And so this year I'm going to hit 6 figures, and this will be the first year that I hit 6 figures, and that's pretty amazing.
So cool. That's so cool. I'm so happy to be along on the ride with you. It's been fun. So, and I just want to thank you, because I know your time is extremely valuable, especially the work that you do. And we will talk some more offline on some support for me this year. But I will, I really appreciate this. I'm going to be putting it up on Facebook. And if anybody wants to connect with you to talk offline about me, are you okay with that?
Absolutely. Awesome. I'm happy to chat.
All right. Talk to you later.
All
Thank
right.
you.
No problem. Bye.
Bye.